Yeah, we're back road tripping with Steve and Marianne, and this time we've taken the old DS wagon, the Yellow Submarine, out for a jaunt on Foxen Canyon Road up near Los Olivos and Solvang and all kind of that area. It's maybe the quintessential Central California road. Beautiful twisty turns, long straights, and of course those magical rolling hills and oak trees. This is the spring. We had a great rain, and man, is it green out. It's just beautiful. So we're just going to let people cruise along, listen to the sounds. I'll have a couple comments here and there. Back in the 70s, the early 70s, my buddy Bill Morgan and I discovered this road from an article in Road and Track magazine about the 10 best drives in Southern California, and this one was top of their list. We got out Bill's Spitfire and we attacked these roads with grand abandon of youth, and one of the things we noticed you'll find here at the top of this hill is back then the magazines had ads from Dunlop tires that were a pen and ink sketch of an absolutely gorgeous road twisting through hills with oak trees on either side and the caption, "Dunlop it." Well, when we got up over this hill, we kind of gasped and laughed to ourselves, looked at each other and said, "Dunlop it," because it looks exactly like the ad did. It's just marvelous. Here we go, Dunlop it. notice these roads are a bit rough. They don't maintain them all that well, but the suspension in the Citroen handles them beautifully. We're going to be turning right here. To the left is the Firestone Vineyard, one of the oldest ones in the area. We'll be heading towards a couple of the other vineyards, passing by. Now this area is full of wineries, which means don't go here on a Saturday or Sunday because there's too many wine tasters out there, out on the roads, doing what they really probably shouldn't be doing. After a couple of flights of wine at each place, you know, that can add up for a bit. And some of these fools don't understand it. First winery we passed was started by a guy named Fess Parker. Yeah, if you're old enough, you know who Fess Parker was. Davy Crockett. And yeah, just like old Davy, I had that coonskin cap when I was a kid. We went out there once with friends of ours on our bicycles, believe it or not. And there was old Davy sitting, giving an audience to all the visitors, got to talk to him, and like every other fool there said, man, you know, I wore the coonskin cap, you were a huge influence. Here it comes on the right. Pretty nice wine there too, I might add.
Qu'à voir danser le long du golfe clair à des reflets d'argent, la mer, des reflets changeants sous la pluie, la mer, ciel d'été confond ses blancs avec les anges si peu, la mer, bergère d'azur infinie, voyez, que des étoiles, ces grands rosiers, voyez, ces oiseaux blancs et ces maisons brillées.
A lot of times the Citroen in normal mode, boy, it rides so smooth and nice, but boy, if you take it into a corner, she leans and sways just like the old Crown buses I used to drive. Well, the magic thing about the Citroen suspension, you set it up one notch, which will actually raise the suspension a couple inches and stiffen it. You might be saying, what? Raise the car? That raises the center of gravity. That's not good. Well, the French do everything differently, don't they? But by raising the center of gravity and stiffening the suspension, it means this car can handle pretty decently. Of course, it does understeer because it's front-wheel drive, but it's remarkable how well the car handles on these twisty roads. And I wasn't really hanging about. Now, I wasn't going TR3 speeds or Spitfire speeds, but we made our way down the road pretty good.
à bercer les langues des golfes clés et d'une chanson d'amour. La mer a bercé mon cœur pour la vie.
We'll be coming up on Zaca Mesa Winery fairly soon too. That's some of their vineyards off to the left. Outstanding wines, there it is there. Really good stuff, highly recommend it. Also we'll be coming up to the intersection of a little road called Cat Canyon. It cuts over the hills to the 101, but man is it a tough one. They kind of repave things in spots, but it's a real butt buster, I'll tell you. And there's lots of cattle grates and open range up there, so you gotta be kind of careful, but it's a neat challenge.
Je t'offrirai des croissants de soleil pour déjeuner, à la saveur du miel et de rosée, sur un plateau de drap et d'oreiller qui fait rêver. J'inventerai des recettes de bonheur à volonté, sur une musique venue d'un ciel de mai que tu ne voudras plus jamais quitter sans regretter.
There's Cat Canyon right there. Try it if you must. It's kind of worth it, but be aware.
Puis, nous dînerons de paroles de rêve. Nous goûterons à l'amour et l'eau fraîche. Et puis, quand viendra le nouveau matin, on sera si bien. Je t'offrirai des croissants de soleil pour déjeuner, à la saveur du miel et de rosée, sur un plateau de drap et d'oreiller qui fait rêver. J'inventerai des recettes de bonheur à volonté, sur une musique venue d'un ciel de mai que tu ne voudras plus jamais quitter sans regretter.
Coming up to a spot where we got kind of embarrassed. We were on our honeymoon back in 1980, driving along this road in Marianne's 66 Mustang, having a good old time, flogging along, and doing pretty good with it. We came up to this right-hand bend, turn in the road. There was some old guy, cowboy on his horse, and he was waving his lasso down at us. You know, and I figured, nuts to you, Pops. We like to drive on these roads. We turned the corner, and coming up the road, a whole herd of cattle. Yeah, we had to stop, pull over a bit, and up comes Mr. Cowboy. It was right about here that we had it happen, right here on this fence. And he looks down at us and said, "Son, you see a man on a horse waving his rope, you best stop. Them cattle make a big mess out of your pretty little car." About all we could say was, "Yes, sir, I'm sorry." Ugh, talk about embarrassing. One of the other things you have to kind of look out for through this area, especially in the shadows, believe it or not, turkeys. Yeah, wild turkeys are all over this place, and I wouldn't want you to hit one of Bill Morgan's relatives. He gets awful mad when you do that.
Qu'on voit danser le long des golfes clairs, à des reflets d'argent la mer, des reflets changeants sous la pluie. La mer au ciel d'été, au fond, ces blancs moutons, avec les anges si purs amers, bergère d'azur infinie. Voyez, près des étangs, les grands roseaux mouillés. Voyez, ces oiseaux blancs et ces maisons rouillées. La mer, les a bercés le long des golfes clairs, et d'une chanson d'amour la mer a bercé mon cœur pour la vie.
These little communities along here, there aren't many of them, or some ranch houses. Always slow down through them. You don't know who might be out on that road, and they don't appreciate people blasting past in their fast 40 cars. So always be nice.
La mer qu'on voit danser le long des golfes clairs, à des reflets d'argent la mer, des reflets changeants sous la pluie. La mer au ciel d'été, au vent, ces blancs moutons, avec les anges, si pure la mer, bergère d'azur, infinie. Voyez, près des étangs, les longs roseaux.
One of the biggest changes I've noticed on this road since the 70s, they bothered to paint the line finally down the center. When we first went up here, they didn't bother. There was no need for it. There was no traffic. Now with all the Merlot lovers and Pinot lovers up here, they've got to do it because the traffic on the weekends gets heavier, and those people kind of need to know, oh, where's the middle of the road?
Bercer mon cœur pour la vie.
Now there's a little building up on the right on that hill called the San Ramon Chapel. You'll look at it as we go by here. Pretty little place. It's a private chapel. It was built in the late 1800s and wound up actually as the first historical landmark in Santa Barbara County, which amazed me because, well, they've got that great big mission in Santa Barbara itself. You would have thought that would have been their first pick. But no, this funny little chapel here that was built by the Foxen Canyon people, or the Foxen family, after whom the canyon is named, was the first. Kind of interesting stuff. In just a few minutes, we'll be turning off of Foxen Canyon onto Palmer Road, which heads up over the hills to the Highway 101. And I want to thank you for road tripping with Steve and Marianne. And do us a favor, if you want to know about these roads and more spectacular roads, get our book called Road Trippin'. You can find it, of course, on Amazon or through our website or at Auto Books, Aero Books in Burbank. They always carry a supply. And tell Tina I said to come and visit and find those great books about cars. I'll just let you listen to the music while we think about getting up to Bob's Well Bread Bakery for a nice sandwich with baguettes and lovely bread and croissants, all that good stuff. No, I'm not getting paid to chill for those guys. We just love their food so much. So, au revoir for now.